November 2021 recommendations. I'm currently sick, by the way. I've been off of work for like a week. And I have a sinus infection, and that's pretty severe. I haven't had a sinus infection since I moved in about 4 years. So I'm trying to keep my voice as normal as I can, but it's really hard. And I haven't had really energy to like record anything. It's been about a month. Halloween was fun. It passed. It was cool.
Hey, want to listen to some tunes?
Because unless you change your mind, I'm not taking you back. Huh? What? I didn't know anything. Somebody's throwing stuff. Are you gonna build a fire or what? What's going on?
Ha! Boom, baby!
Your Highness, it is time for you to choose your bride.
Alrighty. Trot out the ladies. Let's take a look-see. Paint your hair. Not likely. Yikes. 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 And let me guess, you have a great personality. Is this really the best you could do?
Work schedule's been pretty full, so I didn't get to watch as much stuff as I normally do.
That's the difference between me and you. Because while you were sitting around, waiting, doing niche, I was out making moves.
But I still think I watched a pretty decent amount. But happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a good meal with your family. The yes section. Haganai. After a boy makes a wish at a hot spring, a spirit wakes up to cause adorable mayhem. Very adorable. The Raincoat Killer chasing a predator in Korea. I've seen a lot of serial killer documentaries in my day. A lot. I'd like to admit I've seen a lot of documentaries. This man takes the cake as being one of the biggest pieces of garbage I've ever seen, and that's saying something. Haganai, I don't have many friends. A group of teens literally make a club so that they can have friends, but then in reality, they are a group of friends, but they're all too naive to notice that they're all actually really good friends. So that's fun. The Bride of Habak, a water god, comes down and finds a servant who is part of an ancient group of servants that help the water god and blah 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 blah. I think this man is also absolutely drop-dead gorgeous when he has the colored hair and the makeup on. I'm just saying. I became a god. Adorable slice of light comedy about a god, in air quotes, a god. It's mostly adorable until the ending when that crap comes out of nowhere, and it's sad for a little bit. Second act. I love Jennifer Lopez so much, and I've actually wanted to watch this movie like since it came out. I just really forgot about it until I seen this on Hulu. I do that a lot. Like, I want to see something, but I forget all about it until it comes up on one of my subscription services, and then I'm like, oh my god, I wanted to see that, and then that happens. And this was a really cute little comedy. I liked it. Flesh and Blood. On Thanksgiving, a girl that's terrified about leaving her home because her mother was murdered, to be honest, understandable, comes to find out her dad's the killer. So yeah. Pilgrim. A family hires a group of pilgrims to reenact the first Thanksgiving. Which already sounds like a horrible idea. And why would you want to do that in the first place? But this is a horror movie, so people are just dumb. Okay, so they also turn into killers. And yeah. The Donut King. A documentary about the legacy of donuts in America and how we got them and why we have so many donuts fans. And I really love donuts, by the way. 11/23/63, the question of what if JFK was saved if someone went back in time. And we also got a show with James Franco, so that's always a fun time. 9 Perfect Strangers. 9 Perfect Strangers. This show is so cool. It's about 9 people who are going through something different, and they all have their own problems. And they go on to this retreat thing and to be cured and to become happy and free, and the acting is amazing. It's got a lot of amazing actors in it, so that's always fun. Safe House. Yes, Ryan Reynolds. The Guilty. About a 911 dispatcher getting a slight revenge. There's a lot more to the story than that, but I think it's fun if you would watch it on your own. Incident in a Ghost Land. This was crazy. Okay, so 2 sisters experience an extreme tragedy. And I mean an extreme tragedy. Then this girl lives out her whole life, like apparently she made it all up. that she's a writer, blah blah blah, and that she's going to save her sister, all to find out that it's not real and that she's put it all in her head because she had such a big trauma that she projected herself into another reality, and she's still in danger to that day, like in like these tragic situation. And I was like, wow. Card Captor Sakura. I found this cute little anime, and it's basically if Yu-Gi-Oh! And Sailor Moon had a love child, it would be this anime. Very cute. I like it. There's a lot going on. It's a really long anime too. That's going to take me a while to finish, but I haven't started a really long anime in a while. So that's fun. Into the Badlands. I had wanted to watch this for a really long time, but after I started it, I realized that this is not the plot I thought it was going to be, and this is not what I assumed the show was going to be about based on the trailers I remember seeing on TV. So yeah, When a Stranger Calls, this OG horror classic made its way to Netflix, and I remembered it now, and I was so excited to revisit this because I forgot all about this movie, and this movie has a lot of actresses in it that I love now that I didn't know who they were back then, obviously. Visions, an anthology series about different stories told around the Star Wars universe, but in an anime form. It's such a beautiful animation. Like, it's some episodes are done in different styles, but I think it's a really beautiful animation, and I hope Disney decides to make more animes. I know we are getting a Twisted Wonderland anime, and I can't wait for that. Because it's gonna be basically Disney villains, but as hot anime dudes, so that sounds like something I'd be into. What If? A series about what ifs in the Marvel Universe. Kind of a what would happen if, you know, and then an episode happens. Kind of a way to look at different multiverses, which I think will be introduced soon into some of the Marvel movies. I know I have not seen the current last few Marvel movies, because of money issues and because of work. So I currently will get on the Jungle Cruise. This movie feels very nostalgic in a way. It feels like older Disney movies that they used to make and I used to watch. I don't know how to explain it, but it just has that vibe. It's a very good vibe. This movie has a good vibe. Red Notice. Ryan Reynolds and The Rock in a spy movie with Wonder Woman. Perhaps I should have said Deadpool and Wonder Woman in a movie. You know when people like have a role and that's basically what you'll always see them as? That's kind of how I see those. In a very twisty spy movie with many betrayals. Honestly, it was like, how many more twists are in this thing? But it's very good. 1,000 Pound Sisters Season 3. I've been so excited when I heard that this was announced that a Season 3 was happening. I've been waiting for it since last year when the other one ended. I love watching Amy's journey, and I think she is a very sweet person. Now, Tammy... she reminds me of some of the customers I've had to deal with. You know, like some Karens that always think they're right. Like, she reminds me of those kind of people. Tiger King Season 2, my bad. Season 2 was so much of a giant cliffhanger and tease for Season 3. Now, I'm not on Carol's side, I'm not on Joe's side, but I am on the side that I think Lauren and Jeff definitely are in the wrong. Definitely. Nizakwe. I think is how you say that. The daughter of a gang family and a son of the Yokuza. I don't know. I can't even say anything right because my throat's swollen. Yakuza. There we go. How to pretend to date and romantic hilarity ensues. Now for the mess section. Hypnotic. Hypnotizes a large group of people in a dangerous game. It's not really a game, but what he does with them, he plays with them, so it's like a game. Whole team. This is the strangest Jean-Claude Van Damme movie I've ever seen. And I don't even know how to explain it. And I've seen Street Fighter. The movie's not really weird, it's just ironically hilarious. I love Jean-Claude Van Damme. I love him to death. I loved that man all my childhood. Still have a special place in my heart. He's a big crush of mine, but I don't know what that movie was.
Is this why is he thrust lifting a bathtub? Was the bathtub okay? Yeah.
Now for the nose section. Oni-chan Koketa. It's in the title. Oni-chan equals brother. Two step-siblings walk the fine line of grossness, and this show is nasty. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't. And if I remember right, he's like 13, and she's like almost an adult. Like, she's like 17, and she fell in love. Like, what the freak? He's a child. I don't care if that's technically legal. How can you be that old and find someone so young attractive? I don't understand the dynamic of that. The Suicide Squad. The very last thing on my list that, oh my god, I've said before, I hated Suicide Squad, the movie. I thought it was bad because of multiple reasons. I thought you could watch it, but I didn't think, I mean, I thought it was bad for a lot of reasons as far as superhero movies go. Now, it can be enjoyed for other reasons. The colors are cool, the characters are fine, whatever. I just personally don't like that movie. This one, oh my god, it makes Suicide Squad look like a freaking Grammy nominee. This movie was so bad. The writing was so terrible. I don't think anybody wrote a coherent story or tried. I'm not saying I'm amazing at writing, honestly. I personally think I'm terrible at it. But, oh my god, I swear people didn't know what was going on. Characters were thrown willy-nilly. Things just didn't happen. Was there a creative thing? I thought that whenever they attacked that village and they went and killed everybody, and it was actually a bunch of innocent people, I thought that was kind of ironically funny. And I was like, well, good job. But that's about as far as that goes. And there also was a lot of Marvel actors in here. Like a lot of people that were in Marvel movies. So I'm wondering if that was like an Easter egg thing. But there was at least 9 I counted. But happy Thanksgiving.
That one doesn't work. I'm kind of scared for this one. Oh, fuck.